Alrighty. Let me get some things together here. Alright. So, thanks for joining me, Cooking with Lady D. It is Friday. The weekend is amongst us. Hope all is well. And today we are going to be doing banana pudding. Banana pudding from scratch. Many of you are excited about this recipe. And hey, I'm ready to do it. Okay, you don't have to worry about buying that store-bought stuff because making your own pudding is so simple. I would say the most difficult part is actually putting together the bananas and the vanilla wafers. Okay, that's the hardest. Well, that's not difficult, but that takes a lot of time. Everything else moves really, really quick. All right. So now, because everything else moves really, really quick, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do the topping that we're going to put on top of the banana pudding. We're going to do that first, right? And what I have here, I have about 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to do the topping for the banana pudding first because once I start doing that pudding mix, it cooks really, really fast. Hey, you guys, how are you? How are you? Let's see here. So happy you're here to join me. Yes, we're making a banana pudding. All right, so let me go ahead and get this topping together. Like I said, because once we get started on that pudding, honey, this pot and that pudding, it mixes up really, really quick. So here we have the marshmallow, okay? Marshmallow cream. And I guess I put this is about 2 tablespoons actually that I put in there. And we're just going to stir this up or get it together. And then we'll set that aside. We'll put that on the top of the banana pudding. You know, some people use the white part of the egg, whip it up, and then put the banana pudding inside of the oven so that it can melt on top. I don't use the egg whites for top of my banana pudding. I use several things, but today we're going to be using the marshmallow to top off the banana pudding, okay? So give me a moment here. Like I said, when it's time to cook that pudding, we got to move really fast because it's going to cook fast. So that means this is going to be a pretty quick video. Hey, Jackie. How you doing, honey? We're making banana pudding today from scratch. Do you make yours from scratch? Honey, when Charles was alive, he only made banana pudding from scratch. That was the only way he did it. So I'm just mixing up the marshmallow with a little bit of butter. Going to whip that up and set that aside. This way it'll be ready to go on top of the banana pudding once the filling is complete. Alrighty? Hope you guys are doing okay. This is dessert season, isn't it? It's dessert season. What kind of dessert you been eating lately, Jackie? Girl, you remember those coffee cakes? You remember how we used to give those coffee cakes at Harris Teeter? I'm going to have to make a coffee cake one day. I never made one of those. Alright, so this marshmallow has been whipped up a bit. You see? Nice and creamy. And this is what I'm going to top our banana pudding with. So we're going to move that to the side. All right, now y'all ready to roll? Because this is going to move really, really quick, all right? Really, really quick. All righty. So let me go ahead and turn my eye on. And the eye is going to be turned on pretty low. I have it on like a number 2. About a number 2. Now, what we have in the pot right now, we have 1.5 cans of carnation milk. 1.5 can of carnation milk. Thank you, young lady. You're the best as well. So I'm not going to really wait for that to heat up because we're putting in ingredients that's going to take like that. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do to this carnation milk, I'm going to add 2 egg yolks. And I got my whisk. And we're just going to go ahead on and whisk those 2 egg yolks in. Just like that. Next thing, we have 1/3 cup of flour, regular all-purpose white flour, 1/3 cup. Go ahead and put that in. And making this pudding, I mean, you really got to stay on it because it's all about whisking. It's all about keeping the whisk going. Then I have about a little less than 1/2 cup of sugar. We're going to go ahead and pour that in. Alrighty. So we're getting that mixed in nicely. And with this gas stove, let me tell you, honey, everything heats up so much quicker. Everything heats up. Hey, how you doing, Zai? Zairi, how Your son is getting so big, so handsome. Hey, everybody. All right. So now, again, I got to keep moving because this pudding cooks really, really fast. So I have banana extract. So here I'm going to put about a teaspoon of banana extract. Okay. Come on and mix it on around. There's nothing better than your own homemade banana pudding filling. And like I said, it cooks so fast, you got to really stay on it and watch it. Then I'm going to add about a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can put any flavor you want, but I always put at least the banana extract because we make a banana pudding, right? Okay. And then that's it. How you like that? That's it. So I have my bananas and the cookies, and we layer everything. I always start with layering the bottom of my pan. Let me see here. I'm gonna read something. Too big. We chilling, watching. You get. Hey Zay, how you doing, young man? That's right. Watch me get it, honey. Cause you know they say men are the best chefs. Men are indeed the best chefs. So yeah, come on and watch me. All right, and this is not gonna take long. Like I was saying, I already put together my bananas and vanilla wafers. So I always start layering it with the vanilla wafers first. It's funny because some people enjoy more bananas than they do the wafers. I like the cookies more. I like the cookies more than I do the bananas, but it's somewhat equaled out here. Okay? So every few minutes, you're going to take your pot. You're going to look to see if it's sticking. It's not sticking yet. It's not sticking yet, but we're going to keep whisking. And it cooks really fast because you got to keep in mind, we put flour in there. So anytime you use flour, then naturally, flour and warm liquids is going to cook up together really quick. All right, and what I do, once I know that it's starting to stick even just a little bit, that's when I begin to pour some over the bananas and the cookies. Then I let it thicken up a little bit more and put it over the top. If you wait until the whole thing is thickened, then you're going to have a difficult time for this pudding to get to the bottom. Hey, Tucker, how you doing? Sticky, wicky, wicky. Yes. So, like I said, you know, this is really dessert season. A lot of folks like desserts this time of year, and I like desserts. So today's banana pudding. And shout out to everyone that's asked me to cook certain meals. I know I got red rice on the agenda. I got the smothered pork chops on the agenda and a few others. And the thing is, I don't have a problem. What's up, girl? Hey, what's up, champ? I miss you out there from Casey Stengel. Tucker? So, hold on. Yeah, so if you ask me to prepare something, and if it's a food that I like, I don't have a problem. I'll definitely prepare it. Definitely, if it's a food that I like. Now, if it's a food that I don't like you won't ever see me cook with mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. I just don't eat mushrooms. So that's not a food that you'll see me cook. All right, I'm going to pick it up a little bit. And I just wanted to see if it started to stick. Not yet. For the norm, it can take anywhere from 8 to, depending on your stove, anywhere from 8 minutes to maybe 13, 14 minutes. Long time. Long time no wait. I know. You know what, Tucker? The last time I seen you, I think my buddy and I, we came up to Co-op City. Didn't you? You had a New Year's gathering. What year was that? 1994? Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. And let me share this. You guys may hear me clear my throat a lot. Like that. Well, I'm good. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just that in most of my jobs that I've had over the last 20, 30 years, I've always had jobs where it involved a lot of speaking all day long. So I'm so accustomed to having to drink water or suck on something just to keep the throat from getting dry. Yes, I had a lot of jobs. Here you go. Okay. What were some of those jobs? Okay, well, I was an educator. Yes, up until teaching kids up to kindergarten. I'm a licensed real estate broker, okay? I was a caseworker with the Housing Authority. I work in the banking industry. A whole lot of jobs. You hear me? A whole lot of jobs. And all of them required me to speak, including doing classes. I've done many seminars and workshops and things like that in various fields. So that's why. But I'm okay. Thank you guys for loving on me. Hey, Jackie. Girl, me and Jackie met at the Hartford, didn't we, Jackie? Girl, didn't I take some notes, honey, when we took that big exam? I have my insurance adjuster's license, and Jackie and I took the property and casualty license for the insurance. Those exams were not easy, but we passed. We passed. All right, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And it's doing pretty good. It's doing real good. Okay, starting to stick just a little bit. When it starts to stick a little bit more, like I said, that's when I'm going to pour half of the pudding over the early 20s. Let's see here. Tucker, mid-90s, but I remember seeing you early 2000s. That's right. That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, at the retirees, New York City Transit. Oh, yeah, y'all, I was a New York City Transit bus operator. Woo-woo! You know what, Tucker? Would you believe I just turned my license in? And I had my license, CDL driver since 1993. And even though I left you guys and moved south, I kept my CDL. And it wasn't until a couple of months ago, about 4 months ago, when I relocated here to Georgia, I had to get my license changed over. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we did. I think we sure did. I had to get my license changed over. And then I thought about it. You know, to keep that CDL license, they were going to charge me like $161 for that license because of the passenger endorsement. And I haven't driven a city bus since I left New York years ago. So it was just one thing about just holding on to that license, because to get that CDL, honey, to drive those buses in the Big Apple, that ain't no joke. It wasn't easy to get, so I felt really good by getting it. So I said, nah, hey, especially at this age, no, ma'am, you did your thing. At this age, there's no way I'm going to be driving any buses. So I said, give me a regular license, $20. So I just recently got rid of the CDL. Okay. So now this is thickening a bit. You can see how it's sticking to the whisk a bit. So now at this point, I'm going to start to take some. I got to move swiftly. And pour it over, because you need some to go to the bottom of the pudding. And if you wait until it gets too thick, you're not going to have any to seep through the bottom, to the bottom. Okay? So you see the bottom is filling up. And this is going to thicken all on its own, honey. Oh, this thing smells so good. This is going to be some good banana pudding. Yes, it is. Yeah. So it's able, and I left a few little pockets, meaning when I layered it with the bananas and the cookies, I'm going to turn it off now because it's really thick. Let's see here. You see how the pudding is all around the bottom now? So we don't have to worry that the bottom part is dry or anything like that, because it's not dry. Hold on. So now with what's left in here, I'm just going to whisk it. Let it get a little bit thicker. This pot is really hot. So maybe I'll just turn it back on just for a minute, because it don't matter. Come on. Okay. This is going to heat. And this is really just for the top part. Just for the top part of the pudding. Oh, yeah. So it went through really, really nice. Because the worst thing is to make a banana pudding and there's no pudding at the bottom. Everything is dry. Yeah, honey. Let me tell you, I miss those New York City Transit retiree dances. At least that gave us an opportunity to get dressed, put on our good gowns and our gear and whatever. I haven't been to one of them since they were in Charlotte, Tucker. I think the last one I went to, yes, maybe, with Transit came to Charlotte, and that's when I seen Bill. I would see Bill and Osborne and the rest of the crew, but haven't been since. And a lot of the folks, a lot of them have gotten older now, especially the ones that used to run that organization when it comes to the retiree dances. Oh yeah, this is good. So younger guys didn't seem like they kept it up, but it's all right. It's all right. Okay, so it's nice, it's thick. I'm gonna let it get a little thicker because I want you guys to see what it looks like in the bowl when it's really thick. And let me tell you, when you make yours, Sometimes folks may want to put cinnamon as an additive to their pudding. Add whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I just keep it very simple with the milk, the sugar, the egg yellows, the flour. I use my extracts, the vanilla. Oh, see this? Look how pretty that look. Can y'all see? Are y'all able to see that? See how it's sticking to the pot? When it's sticking to the pot, this is going to let you know. As soon as this thing cools off on top, it's going to thicken up really, really nice. But we don't have to worry because we already got some in the bottom. So now had I waited for all of the pudding to get as thick as this, then it would not have seeped all the way through because you have the cookies and the bananas blocking things. So it would not have seeped all the way through. I remember hearing Charlotte. Hey, D. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing, girl? We're making a banana pudding from scratch. Just about done here. But of course, if anybody just chimed in, hey everyone, I see you all. You can always go back and watch the video again. All right, and we're done. Again, look at that texture. It's thick, nice and thick. But you only want it to get this thick when you're at the end. Only when it's at, because this is only going to sit basically on the top. It will not seep to the bottom. So for that reason, we put some in before it got this thick. We spread it some over. Look at that. You see how it's sitting on top. It's sitting on top. Yes. Good old-fashioned Southern banana pudding, honey. Now, I have a friend named Ann Jenkins. Oh, my God. Her banana pudding, it is really good also. It is really, really good. And you need to give me your recipe, and I'll share well, look, I'm sharing with the world my recipe. Come on. Act right. You guys, this looks so good. You better get you some. Come on, hashtag me. Share, 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 and follow. You better get you some. Okay, give me one moment. And you see what's in that pot? Can you see it? It is thick. It is thick. See? It doesn't take a lot to make pudding, especially banana pudding. You can make chocolate pudding the same way too, any kind of pudding. So I'm going to just spread this around. Now, I know I like my banana pudding when it's cold in the refrigerator. Some people like to eat theirs hot, or not hot, room temperature, like right now. Or I know my husband Charles, when he was alive, he didn't like his banana pudding in the refrigerator at all. He didn't even like his sweet potato pie in the refrigerator. No, I didn't use nutmeg. You know what? You're right. Some people use nutmeg, but what I do sprinkle some cinnamon on the top. That's what I have right here. But yeah, you can put nutmeg in there also. And when you use the nutmeg, give me one moment. That nutmeg, you got to be careful with, because nutmeg is very strong and very powerful. So especially because I was doing a tutorial, I decided I wasn't going to use the nutmeg because I didn't want somebody to put too much in. This is the marshmallow cream that we made earlier before we started doing the pudding. So I'm just going to put some little daps around the top here. Some little daps around the top of marshmallow cream. Smooth it around a little bit. That's where you have a little pretty look. So it's funny because if you don't know it's marshmallow cream and you look at it, you'll be like, what is that topping? What is that topping? Well, it's marshmallow cream. This is the topping that I use. I didn't see this as a recipe anywhere. I just made it up. I go along and make up certain things, what I feel tastes good. And this is one of them. Okay. So there's your banana pudding, honey. And then I'm going to just put some around the sides. Then you'll see I'm going to sprinkle some nutmeg on top of this baby. On top of this baby. Okay. This is a delicious banana pudding. Okay. Then I'm going to just take some nutmeg. A few little sprinkles of nutmeg on top. Not too much. Don't want to cover up what it is we're eating. And you guys, there you have it. It's your banana pudding. You can eat it warm. You can put it in the refrigerator. Either way, it's delicious. Let me get a little picture of it. And what I did earlier, I made some individual ones. That's the one that I'm gonna take a bite out of in front of you guys. But give me a moment here. Matter of fact, I can do the picture later. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm gonna get one that I already put in the refrigerator. Okay, one moment. Okay, so I made a couple of individual ones. Okay. That was already in the refrigerator. That was already in the fridge. Getting ready. Okay. And I'm just going to take a bite out of it. All right, so I'm going to put those other two back here. My son loves banana pudding. He said he was coming over tomorrow to get some. Because I can't freeze banana pudding. Can't freeze banana pudding. And there's no way I'm eating all of this banana pudding. Okay, you guys, y'all ready? You ready to dive in? Let's do it. I want a spoon, so I won't miss any part of it. And again, mine's has been in the refrigerator, I would say for about 30 minutes or so. It is so good. It is so good. Yes, it is. It is absolutely delicious. That will work. Well, listen. You better get you some. Go ahead on. Share this video. Make you some banana pudding, baby. Make you some banana pudding. You won't regret it. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Enjoy. See you maybe this weekend with another dessert. Delicious.